What's up, mech warriors? Okay, so for this video I am going to be going over some alternative ways that you can provide direct fire support. Uh, Traditionally I've just used PPCs. Some other options are things like Gauss rifles and other long-range weapons, but for this video we're going to be looking at large lasers. When I first started thinking of like how I would do this video, I originally thought that I would use ER large lasers. But as I actually played a little bit, I've sort of found that it's really hard to actually get consistent amount of damage with ER large lasers at near their max range. It's difficult to keep that little pinpoint trained on the mech when if they just move basically an inch, it might as well be a mile for you, because it's really hard to keep that on their mech. At least it is for me. So instead, we're going with another, I guess I wouldn't say it's a frequently used build, but it's another optional build that has gained some popularity, which is the 4 large laser K2. So for this build, we are going to be using 19 double heat sinks. As you can see, it doesn't really have a problem with heat at all. Even though its heat efficiency looks similar to my PPC K2, it actually works out that you can get a lot more damage put out, for a little bit less heat sinks. Okay, so the armor is pretty much my standard 352 points of armor build, where I just try to keep basically my torso maxed out, and then my arms pretty high, and then the rest is taken off of my legs. I don't really think that you ever need more than a ton of armor on each leg, but that's just a personal opinion. Most people, if they are going to be going for your legs, they'll just shoot them a couple times to see if your armor goes down really far, and if it doesn't, they'll switch to your center torso again. There's sort of no reason to try to leg catapult, since their center torso is so large anyway. So we're going to get into a game and see how this works. Okay guys, so here we go. We are on Frozen City, so that's something to keep in mind, just to give you an idea of what alpha looks like on this map. It will probably go over 40 if you just alpha strike on another map, and probably even higher than that on like Caustic Valley. But I'm not one who says that you should really be alpha striking that much anyway, if ever. It just it depends on your weapon loadout, but for the most part it's not going to go well. So it looks like our entire team is going up towards the tunnel. I just sort of naturally started following them and then realized what was happening. It tends to not work out. It might be an effective strategy just because it's so hard to avoid LRMs right now. But we'll stick to this side. It might come back to bite us, but we'll see. This little spot right here should give us enough ability to break line of sight and avoid some of those missiles when they do start coming. Okay, so we're not really seeing anybody. There's one guy right there by the entrance to their cave. I don't want to jump out too far, because there could be missile boats in along the city here and back by their base, and that'll turn bad for us. But it looks like they might have all gone into the tunnel as well. It's just going to be a big tunnel battle. This does sort of say something about the state of the game right now, where this is preferable. But we can actually help out with this, because lasers are so precise. Unfortunately, it's going to be difficult to actually get some shots, since everybody's in here. We don't want to try not to hit our allies as much as we can. Alright, let's give him some space so he can back up, and then I'll move to the front for a bit and take some damage. Shut down is just a bad idea. Getting shot in the back, but probably not. It's to not be an eager beaver. We're just doing like basically like a Minuteman line right now. So now we're going to turn, take can't really see. Okay. Yeah, but as you can see, the heat is not a problem at all with this build. There we go, there's an alpha strike for you. So this is probably going about as well as a tunnel rush usually goes. Lost about even. Fortunately, it looks like we have some allies that are also attacking the front of their cave, or the front of their cave entrance. So we've got a little sandwich going on right now. Looks like I was hitting that down mech. It's alright. The lasers do seem to be hitting the wall a lot more than PPCs normally do for me, but I don't know, that might not be accurate. Alright, so that guy's down. That's good. Still haven't taken any torso damage, which is always nice. Got a little cicada here. Do some damage on him. Oh, probably crossing in front of allies. But I want to reposition to this side so that they have to turn to face me if they want to. There we go. So that guy was running an XL engine, it looks like. It's not usually a good idea to do that as an atlas. Some people can make the builds work. I think there was an ally that shot me in the back. Again. Going to happen with this type of engagement because we're all stacked up instead of being in a line the way that you normally want it to be. But as you can see, this build does a lot of damage if you sort of go unchecked. Sometimes it's hard to track with these lighter guys, which can be seen as a disadvantage and an advantage in the way that it does damage to PPCs. Because in one sense, you're probably going to be doing at least a little bit of damage, because you're going to scrape them at least for a second. So that guy was running an XL engine too, it looks like. Lots of XL engines in this game. For this match, I mean. I would say XL engines are still in terms of actual how many people are using. I don't have actual figures on that yet. I would like to. So we can probably take this guy out if we get another good scrape across his torso. So take this guy out. You can see I sort of shake around when I'm trying to focus the laser. That's a bad habit. It really reduces my accuracy. But as you can see, we've already gotten 3 kills. And it's not like we're kill sniping either. We're doing a lot of damage. I expect I'll probably have done at least 600 damage. That seems to be the normal number for this build. Maybe a little bit more. This is a ways. Yeah, okay, so 740 damage done, a little bit more than I expected. So that's good. I'll probably do another game.